we're breaking down the strategy behind my favorite top 5 pharmaceutical ads. Pharma ads can be the most boring category when it comes to advertising. We have to make sure that 1, they are never misleading, so creative work is very limited, and 2, make sure that there is no overpromise about its claims. So that is why often in these ads, there would be a huge list of all the possible side effects alongside a plethora of reminders about the importance of consulting your physician. These 5 ads went beyond and pulled off some genius executions that we can all learn from. So I tried to break down the strategy behind them and rank them according to how far it is from the traditional pharma campaign. Starting with number 5. The strategy behind the DiversiTree project could be somewhere along the lines of Claritin wants to strengthen their position with its primary US market by increasing market share by 2%. The problem is, allergy-afflicted people love getting outdoor, but nature's pollen is triggering their condition. However, too much pollen outdoors means too many male trees, leading to the single-minded proposition, we need to show how getting outdoors can help contribute towards a natural solution to a too much pollen problem by planting more female trees along the existing male trees, so that allergy-afflicteds can breathe a little easier, feel good about getting out while doing their part to restore nature's balance, helping to grow and flourish Claritin, raising preference, consideration and purchase of allergy relief medication by 30, 15 and 5% by Q4 23. I really love this campaign. The ad is very informative and literally sharing to the public the insight they've unlocked about the lack of female trees. I just wonder if there could be a more creative way of executing this, like the Outsideologist project they did 2 years ago. That's why I'm ranking it at number 5, but more spots to come.
Três anos atrás, você perceberia que eu estava sorrindo. Hoje, você não pode ver se estou feliz ou triste.
Las rutinas son muy difíciles de mantener, básicamente te hacen sentir a veces infantil, a mí me da tristeza.
Parkinson's is a neurodegenerative disorder, so the earlier you start the exercise, the more likely you are to preserve your muscles.
Using an open-source AI platform, we developed an app that leverages the built-in camera to recognize users' facial expressions and translate them into browsing actions. We applied the most important facial expression exercises into our app, turning a smile into a like, a surprise face into scrolling down, a disgust face into scrolling up, a sad face into play, and an angry face into swipe.
Exercise is very important. It strengthens the muscles and also strengthens the connection between the muscles and the brain, generating biofeedback. You express an emotion and then you feel that emotion more intensely, improving brain activity.
The Scrolling Therapy app allows users to control the most popular social media platforms with their faces, receiving visual confirmation that they're doing their exercises correctly.
O que nos separa de outras espécies é nossa capacidade de transmitir essa emoção. É nosso bem mais prezado.
The strategy could be somewhere along the lines for Eurofarma. Eurofarma wants industry members and investors to understand their commitment to innovation and improving quality of life in an increasingly competitive health tech space. The problem is, for patients with chronic diseases, self-directed physical therapy adds more pain to an already painful experience. However, treatment feels like pain and more like fun when it is experienced as something people already enjoy doing. In this case, scrolling with facial movements. Leading to the solution, we need to show how technology enables physical therapy to feel more like the things we all enjoy in life, so that patients can receive the benefits of physical therapy and feel more like normal people doing the things they've always enjoyed, helping to demonstrate commitment to innovation and patient quality, increasing awareness, inquiries, and positive brand attribution metrics by 20, 10, and 30% by Q4 2023. Who would have known scrolling through social media could help lots of people with this condition? But before we go to the top 3 spots, let me first explain the strategy on a page model, which was used to break down the strategy behind these ads. It's also the framework I use to write strategy, since it's very easy to understand, covering all the key pieces you need for great work. It's the backbone of my strategy teaching, which members can learn in the strategy finishing school. Strategy on a page is a simple 1-page model that can help you sell the value of strategy to your client with just 6-word prompts. Brand name for the business problem, problem is for the consumer problem, however for the insight, we need to for the solution or single-minded proposition, so that for the consumer goal, and lastly, helping to for the business problem.
They kept saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I think it's MND.
Almost everybody living with MND will lose their voice.
When I first had the diagnosis, everybody said, bank your voice, bank your voice.
Voice banking allows people with MND to create a digital copy of their own voice. So even after they lose the ability to speak, they can still sound like themselves. But only 12% have gone through with it.
You had to record 1,600 phrases. The average time it took was 3 months.
It was a lot of hard work, to the point that I actually gave up.
So we created the book, I Will Always Be Me, a new way to bank your voice. We worked with a New York Times best-selling author to create a story that gives people the words to express what they're going through.
People can tell their families that everything's changing, but I will always be me.
The way the book's been written means that all the different combinations of sounds are all in there. Everything we would need to synthesize a voice is contained within the text of the story.
Everything is changing.
My voice sounds a little different.
Sometimes I will even need help with the very same things that I used to help you with.
Everything is changing, but I'll always be me. And I will always love you.
I couldn't have written it any other way.
Here's my first sentence.
I just banked my voice by reading the book, I Will Always Be Me. I thought it was you talking. It's one of those voices that you won't ever forget. It's your mum's voice.
You ready?
Well, that voice is sexy.
You don't have to record thousands of different words and phrases anymore. A simple, short story is changing lives.
I will always be me. It's so true.
This is really interesting. We can see all the key pieces in there, and it has a really strong emotional message. Let's break down the strategy behind it, starting with the business problem, which could be somewhere along the lines of Dell and Intel want to utilize philanthropy budgets to demonstrate innovation excellence within a critical health and well-being issue. The problem is the cruelest disease strip away identity, this reality making optimizing quality of life a great hardship for patients and their loved ones. However, optimizing quality of life becomes easier when you're doing something you love for the people you love. This could be the insight that led to the solution. We need to show how banking their voice can be easier with a story created to express what they're going through to their loved ones, instead of recording thousands of words and phrases, so that M&D patients feel emboldened to optimize quality of life with an innovative way to preserve their identity by banking their voices, helping to provide a rare opportunity within the rare disease space by applying innovation excellence. The campaign helped to increase the percentage of M&D patients who have banked their voices from 12 to 72%. For my top 2 pharma ads, I picked the most creative and visually appealing. Here's the ad for the number 2 spot.
So, you have diabetes. Here are some easy rules to follow. Number 1 rule, no.
Know what you want?
No fettuccine, no fries with that, no food you love.
Sir.
No added salt, no added sugar. In a can? You cannot! No pizza, have that salad. Unless there's dressing, then no.
Champagne?
No. Croissants? No. Ooh, grapes? No. Et voila!
No. No.
Guess no trip to France. Happy birthday! Remember, no skipping meals, but no late night snacking. And no sleepless nights. But hey, no need to do this alone. Let your loved ones say.
No.
Is this stressing you out? No stress. Stress is bad. Hey! Exercise. But no days off and no overdoing it. Easy, no?
No.
Or you can know. With Freestyle Libre 14-Day, know your glucose levels and take the mystery out of your diabetes. Now you know.
Sir, you know what you want to order?
Yes. Freestyle Libre 14-Day. Try it for free.
I really enjoyed this. Pharmaceuticals is usually not a good category when looking for creative campaigns. That's why I love this ad. The strategy for Abbott's Freestyle, now you know, could be somewhere along the lines of Abbott Freestyle wants to increase market share in the US by 1% due to the rise of competition in glucose monitoring solutions. The problem is, understanding how to manage life with diabetes is stressful and feels like saying no to everything you love in life. However, when managing diabetes gets easier, so does saying yes to the things you love in life. This is the unlock to the solution. We need to show that Freestyle is the easiest yes for managing life with diabetes, so that stressed out diabetics can relax and live a little, knowing they've got an easy way to manage their condition, helping to provide Abbott Freestyle to increase awareness, consideration and sales by 25, 15 and 5%, resulting in an increased 1% growth in market share by Q4 2023. It's visually striking, hilarious and informative all at the same time. And now for my top pharma ad. I picked this one because of its simplicity. Just the people's reaction was good enough to give me goosebumps. How did they come up with the insight and strategy behind it? Here's the spot for the American Society of Clinical Oncology, The Most Beautiful Sound.
This is the most beautiful sound. It's incredible how inspiring a simple sound can be for those who need to hear it the most. Because there's nothing more beautiful than the sound of conquering cancer.
The strategy behind it could be somewhere along the lines of ASCO wants a tangible health tech solution to improve quality of life for cancer patients undergoing treatment to demonstrate their organizational mission, knowledge conquers cancer. The problem is, oncology patients struggle to imagine the possibility of a healthy future. Their fight for survival includes profound mental health challenges. However, hearing cancer die feels more personal than just hearing cancer survivor stories. This insight blew my mind. It's a revelation about how cancer patients don't see other survivor stories inspiring anymore. Hearing the cancer cells destroying them from the inside die, what a powerful message. This leads to the solution. We need to show how the sound of cancer cells dying gives patients the power to hope for a healthy future, so that cancer patients can fight for their lives, helping ASCO to improve patient quality of life across relevant metrics, contribute to R&D, and raise partnership and funding inquiries by 15 and 10% respectively by Q4 2023. Shout out to Maxton Gilchrist, a member of the Strategy Finishing School, for helping me get to the strategy behind these great pharma ads. If you want to learn more about my strategy content, how to join the school, or want to sign up to one of my free workshops, check out the description below where I listed down all the links to help you out.